Howdy guys, in this video I'm going to go over your week 5 assignment. Okay, now that you've all chosen your novels, we are officially starting our novel unit. All assignments from this point on will be about the novel that you chose last week. So if you're interested in what some of your other classmates chose, you can go check out week 4 shoutouts. Until then, step 1 says decide how many pages/chapters you need to read each week to finish your book by May 22nd. Then complete the attached reading calendar. And if I see right here, it says Kellen Reading Calendar. So I'm going to click on that, and it's going to open up to this book. So here's where you're going to type your name, the title of your book, total number of chapters. And notice I took away type answers here already for these two, so you can see. So I chose, for an example, like The Lightning Thief, okay, it had 22 chapters, it had a total of 375 pages. Okay, now you may have already read the first chapter of your book, and that is perfectly okay. You can just take away that chapter when you're trying to map it out. Okay, one thing I want to explain is this last week right here, week 5, is where you guys are going to be working on your final novel project. So if you need more time, like you chose maybe a bigger book, a thicker book, and you're going to need that extra week to finish it, go ahead and take it. Just know that you're going to be working on your project during that week as well. However, if you want to be done with your novel before the project, I suggest finishing by May 15th. Okay, so if I was reading Lightning Thief and it has 22 chapters, I'm probably going to read about 5 chapters each week. Now this is something reasonable for me because I can break that down and say I could probably read a chapter a day with some flexibility of 2 days over the weekend where I don't have to read, but I can read one chapter at least Monday through Friday. Okay, this is going to be totally up to you. Okay, if you'd rather do it by the page numbers in your book, because maybe you have an online book and it's easier that way, go for it. Tell me I will read this many pages from here, this day, then this week I need to get to page 68. By this day I will get to page, 100, depending on however many pages are in your book. Okay, then you're going to find an accountability partner. An accountability partner is someone who holds you accountable to your reading schedule. This partner can be your parents, siblings, or another peer. If you choose another peer from your class, you could even set up a Zoom or FaceTime to read together. So you're going to put your accountability's partner name here once you have discussed your schedule with them. And this accountability partner is really designed just to help you stay on track. Okay, because I know it's hard with so many different subjects and then forgetting about reading, but if your partner wants to text you, hey, have you read your chapter for the day? Or, hey, have you finished your reading for the week? If you really want to stay accountable, that's why I said you can set up a FaceTime or Zoom where you just watch the other person and y'all are both reading and say, check, we're done for the day. Whatever's going to help you stay motivated to finish your novel. Okay, so you're going to turn this in when you're done. You do not have to share it with me because you already have a copy of it, okay, which means that I can go in and already look and see if you've started it or not. So you do not have to share it with me. All you have to do is hit turn in at the top right. Okay, so that is number 1 on week 5 assignment. Number 2 is to read your assigned pages for week 1. Again, this is going to be based off of your calendar. So your calendar is going to look different from your peers, however you want to set it up. So go ahead and do your reading for that day or that week depending on how you set it up. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to go to number 3, and I'm going to choose one option from the attached choice board to complete. And then I'm going to upload your work to this assignment. So when it says upload your work, this means I'm going to have to make a copy and turn it in. So you're going to click on 6th grade novel unit choice board. Okay, when you do that, this is going to pop up. If it says choose one of the activities below to complete by Friday. If you forget and would like the directions read to you, you can click on this little button right here and it'll reread that to you. Okay, so you have 4 options here. You can make a 1-pager about a character. You can make a 1-pager about setting. You can look at figurative language from your book, and you could also look at your character and do a cool phone design. I'm going to go into more detail with that. So if I first click on the 1-pager for character, you're going to get this, okay? And there are 5 parts to a 1-pager. You're going to include on it the title of your novel and a border, 2 quotes that describe your character. So this is where internal and like external elements come into play. So physically, what do they look like? And then you can pull another quote if another character says something about like, you're always lying. Something like that. That definitely tells me a lot about your character. 1 large illustration of your character, or 2 or more small symbols to describe your character. 1 exciting quote that stood out to you. This could be any quote, maybe the start of your book or something that really attracted your attention. And 3 vocabulary words. Okay. Reminders. All information must fit on 1 page. Make it neat, colorful, and creative. Use the entire page. If you keep going through your slides, you can see some examples. So we've got a nice border. You can see right here we've got some vocabulary words. We have an image. We have some hashtags. We have different quotes right here. You can look at these examples. Now these don't pertain to necessarily a book, but you can give a pretty good picture of what you're supposed to do. And you notice each one looks different. Okay, what I love about one-pagers is they are not going to be the exact same. Okay, you can see interesting quote, some symbols that relate. So that is what you're going to do for character. When you go back to this, it's pretty much the same thing for setting, but instead of a quote about your character, right here it's going to be about your setting. Instead of a picture of your character, it's going to be of a setting. Okay, 1 exciting quote, you're still doing 3 vocabulary words. So some similarities, some differences depending on if you want to do a 1-pager for your setting or if you want to do a 1-pager for your character. Now remember, you're not choosing both. You are choosing 1 activity. Okay, so you can either do a 1-pager over your character or you can do a 1-pager over your setting. If you do not like either of those options, you can do the option of figuratively speaking. Okay, now when you first click on it, it's going to ask you to make a copy. Okay, so that's what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to hit make a copy to where you see this. Okay, now as you read through your novel, look for 3 to 4 examples of figurative language and type them in the organizer below. Then think about what the phrase from the text means and why the author may have included it. You know, things to think about. Did it explain more about the character, setting, or conflict? Okay, so type your answer here. I'm going to pull one from a book called Refugee, which I know 2 of my students had picked this book, and the first thing that is on their page number 1 goes bang. Okay, this is actually on page 1. So I'm just going to leave one right here. And this is an example of an onomatopoeia. Notice it says highlight 1 below. I can highlight this. It's onomatopoeia. What does it mean? Okay, it's a sound word. Okay, it's showing action. The author emphasized it to show or emphasize what? Okay, well, why do you think the author first started off with the word bang? So probably to emphasize loud noises going on in the setting. Okay, you could also talk about how it can intrigue the reader. Oops. Make sure you do spell things right. Okay, loud noises going on, intriguing the reader. Bang. If you just heard that, you're like, what, did a bomb just go off? Did a gun just go off? So why do you think about why? What is it? You're going to tell me, what does it mean? You know, like of a metaphor. A metaphor compares 2 things. Okay, what 2 things are they comparing? Then why do you think the author put that in there? Okay, so you're going to finish that off and answer it, and then you're going to turn that in. That is figuratively speaking. Okay. When you go back, if you don't want to do any of those 3, you have the option of doing a character phone. Okay, this is where you're going to imagine your main character of your book lost their phone. So who would be calling them? Think of one person this character may have talked to. Write a brief dialogue of their conversation. This could be another character from the book, okay, who emailed. Think of one person this character may receive an email from. Now, if you're reading like Harry Potter, you can act like the letter was an email. Okay, if you were to go to their phone scene, what's being searched? Think of 5 things this character may have searched for on the internet. Now, if you're reading about ghosts or something, scary things, maybe they're looking up things about ghosts. Like I said, I used the example of the refugee book. Maybe they're in that setting, was involved in World War II. So maybe they're looking up Germans right now, Germany, and what's going on. Or what's on the playlist. List 5 songs that may be on the character's playlist. Now right here, make sure you tell me the name of the song and why. Okay, you can't just be like, oh, like I like hearing the, trying to even think of a song right now, Happy and You Know It song. Great, I can make an inference here and assume your character's really happy, but otherwise you need to explain why the song connects to your character and why would they be listening to that. Maybe it's a sad song and you learned right at the beginning of their chapter that your character is going through some sad stuff, some tough stuff. You can just say, you know, the character had to move right away from the beginning. She missed her friends. That could be something right there. Okay, so once I get done with whatever one I choose, there are 4 options. You only have to choose one. Okay, so once I complete that, I'm going to turn that in, review and make sure, number 1, I already mapped it out. I have turned in my reading calendar. I did my assigned reading. Number 3, I have attached it and completed it. So I've uploaded it, I've hit attach. Make sure you actually attach your assignments to it and then hit turn in. Okay, if you guys have any further questions on your assignment, I will be available for Zoom meeting if you're in 1st and 2nd, that's at 9:30. If you're in 4th, 5th period, that's at 12:30. If you're in 7th, 8th, that's at 2:30. I apologize last week for the confusion on that, but it is at 2:30. If not, you can always email me or ask me questions. I'm here if you guys need help. Other than that, thank you guys. Love you guys. Bye.